It's another episode of the Pin High Podcast presented by Golficity. We're going to be talking about the Mullet Boys, Cameron Smith and Mark Leishman winning at the Zurich over Oosthuizen and Schwartzel. And then we're also going to look ahead to the Valspar Championship this week in Florida at Innisbrook Resort. So let's get into it. Let's get inside the ropes. Like I previously mentioned in the intro, the Mullet Boys. Or will they no longer be the Mullet Boys because Cameron Smith might have to get his shape now?
Yeah, I mean, he was quoted this week, early this week, was saying like, "Oh, if I win an event, my wife says I have to cut my mullet." But then he was also quoted after winning saying like, "Sorry, wife, like I can't do this."
Yeah, is this really an event where it was gonna? If it was a solo event, I would understand more. I think, but
I was gonna say,
I don't know. This is
something along the lines of like he's won with his mullet now. Like it's just a part of him now. Like he can't get rid of it.
That's true. That's also true. And also, he won with it like Mark Leishman like wearing it as a joke as well. Like it's all
it's a thing now.
I think
it's a thing now.
If I'm the wife, I'm like, okay, the Zurich, like you don't have to shave for the Zurich, but you have to cut that if you win a major.
Yeah,
That's
all right,
fair.
yeah.
And then he could be like,
major.
Okay, fair. That would be a fair.
If you were,
compromise.
if you were a pro golfer, would you if you're like a good like kind of like a Cameron Smith level golfer, like would you, if you got on tour, would you do that? Would you not cut your hair until you won a major?
Yeah, I used to do that all the time in sports. I feel like I used to not cut my hair.
Play off the major hair, the major beard or something like that.
Oh yeah, I mean, if I could grow facial hair, which I can't, but yeah, no, I'd for sure do that. For sure do that.
I mean, we'll get into this a little bit later with the the whole new like PGA Tour like Google thing or whatever. But like, if you have a mullet, like that's free money right there. You're probably
honestly
Google searched like
it is.
It's like, hey babe, do you want a nice like fancy steakhouse restaurant? Or you want to go to Arby's?
At this point, you should want to do anything to stand out, kind of like from the crowd, just in terms of like the mullet, or like being funny on Twitter like Max Homa or something like that, or just like I feel like people don't realize like Eddie Pepperell is like hilarious on Twitter, and like he's gonna get some of that cut like too, because people like him a lot.
Did you see? I mean, obviously you saw Brooks Koepka kind of get into the mix this weekend with
Prez.
I mean, so what? It's Brooks Koepka lefty versus Dave Portnoy. Just in general, I think he's lefty though.
He is lefty. He is lefty.
Yeah, but just in general, I wonder where that's going to be. Also, I'm watching every second of that.
Oh, I'm 100%. Because he's also the big cat and PFT are on the bag each per nine. It'll be hilarious. So
I mean,
Koepka's going to kill him. He's literally
that seems right up Brooks Koepka's alley.
That course doesn't, or not that course. That match doesn't seem like it would go much further than 9 holes.
No, even lefty, like you see like he hit like 285 off the tee like lefty, and hits like 8-iron like 170 or something like that.
Well, like tour pros can just do that because, like, for instance, remember over quarantine, Ricky and JT shot like, what'd they shoot? They shot like 80 and like 80s? 70 something.
Yeah, like
it was like, I think it was like 80 and like 86 and like 91 or something like that. Lefty.
It's like I would pay to have your lefty swing right now.
That is crazy.
Like, yeah. So I mean, that's
That's
Brooks Koepka just playing right into that news coming out. Like
100%.
Like he already probably would get a lot of that, but he's just securing a little bit more of a bag for him and Jenna Sims. Soon to be Jenna Sims Koepka.
Yeah. Before we get more into that, just a recap of the event this week. It wasn't really that interesting. Like Thursday through Saturday, like can't say I watched that much of it. Like there was the whole team aspect, and that was fun. But like when they're playing best ball, like come on now, they're gonna shoot like 10, 8, 9 under. It's a little boring.
Yeah, if they're both if they're both feeling it, it's you could go like 10, like you can go 10 under one round easily. All you have to do is like just make birdie in the right holes, and like it's just you're gonna go super low.
I mean, yeah,
Alternate
the,
shots.
the
I think
alternate
it's
shot
more-
was interesting.
I think if the tournament was bigger itself, I think it'd be. It's like the Ryder Cup is like kind of like that. Obviously, it's like match play, which makes it more fun. I think it's for like all the best players. Like I think the concept is good, honestly, because I think from what I've seen, everyone has like a ton of fun with it, and like you see everyone like laughing with their partners and everything like that. Like it looks like it's a lot of fun. It's just not as like serious or like as big of a deal as like people would make it out to be.
I mean, yeah, someone like Mark Leishman and Cam Smith ended up winning, but if you're someone who's not a big name, who doesn't have tour status or like secured for next season, like you have to be in this event because like this is one of the, I don't want to say it's an easier event to win, but you have a teammate. So if, like, you're not playing fantastic and your teammate plays sick, like you have a chance. And like the winners get like PGA status, they get exempt into a bunch of tournaments and stuff like that. I think they get into a major, I'm not sure. So I mean, if you're one of the lower guys, that's the incentive to play this tournament.
Honestly,
you
kind
want to play well.
of slept on. I had Brendan Steele and Keegan Bradley, and they came in fourth.
Keegan Bradley's like one of those
kind
guys.
of
Like you said Steele last week. You said like Steele's one of those guys who's just gonna show up in a random event like this and just like kind of like hang around. And Keegan Bradley's a gamer.
And Keegan Bradley's like he's either
gamer.
all in or he's all out on a
Yep,
tournament.
exactly.
Which
Not like mentally, but like usually that he either plays really well or just like kind of this.
I thought some of the teams are fun. I thought it was fun that it came down to the Australians against the South Africans that had a little bit
was
of
cool.
play into it. The last couple holes are pretty nuts. They both bogeyed 17, which was kind of crazy, and they were tied. And they parred 18, so it went to a playoff. And then on the playoff hole, Louis Oosthuizen hit his ball into the water, and that was pretty much it.
Such a tough way to end it.
Yeah, that's especially for TV ratings wise too. Like you don't.
I mean, whatever.
wanna
They had a
see-
putt.
It's tough to see like end like that.
They had a relatively okay putt to like. It wasn't the hardest putt. It was probably like a 10, 15 footer.
Yeah.
To tie it because Cameron Smith missed the next putt, but I mean, it just wasn't what it was, but it was interesting.
What else? Anything else from this tournament? I mean, overall, I think you're not going to go away from best ball. I think it would be cool. I mean, you're also sacrificing even lower of a score, but if you just did 2-man scramble and
I think scramble would be more interesting than best ball because like we always
it would keep it moving.
Yeah, but we always see guys playing best ball. Like when they're playing a tournament, they're just
I think just make it
okay. Hear me out.
I think you just make it alternate shot the whole time. Alternate shot would be so much more like it'd be tougher and it'd be
quicker.
I feel like it'd be quicker, yeah, which would be huge. It'd be like just two sums the whole time.
This is like 99.9% not like serious, but what if it was half alternate shot, half worse ball scramble?
Half worse ball?
Yeah. It would be so funny.
That would be something kind of else. I would love to see. I would love to see 4 tour pros compete in worst ball scramble because, like, obviously, like the whatever, like GM Golf, like good.
Yeah,
those guys they've played worst ball scramble. And it's fun to watch.
They went like 8 over through 6. It was Garrett, Micah, and Grant Horvat.
Yeah, which is like are 3 really good players too.
Yeah.
which is.
I think they might have. It was in between their rounds, and Garrett just turned 21, so I think there might have been some sort of. You never know. Never know what could have been going on between those rounds.
What do you think we would shoot if we play worst ball?
Where?
Silvermine, because we're playing the best ball at Silvermine this summer, right?
We're one of us is bogeying at least every hole, and like probably worse. So like,
so what do you think we shoot? Do you shoot
but it's not
above or below 90.
It's not worst ball. It's worst ball scramble. So it's a little bit better than.
It's worst ball scramble.
I mean, still.
What is worst ball? How's worst
ball?
Well,
we just keep going to the worst shot.
Okay, yes, okay.
But like
yeah,
when it gets down to the putts, unless it's a tap in, like if we have a 5 or a 6 footer, like I'm not totally confident that all 3 of us are making that. You know what I mean?
On the front 9, we probably shoot like 12, like 11, 12, 13 over. It's hard, probably.
Well, worst ball scramble, I feel like would be a lot easier than worst ball just in general.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
No, worst ball scramble, I feel like we could. Oh no!
It only takes one person you could put 2 balls 2 feet from the hole.
That's true.
The next person could put an OB.
There's more pressure. I feel like there's more pressure on a worst ball scramble. Like you have to hit a.
Mm-hmm.
I'd argue
bad
worst
shot.
ball is
Very
worst
good
ball
shot.
is probably easier.
Worst ball is probably easier than best ball.
No, than worst ball scramble versus worst ball.
Yeah.
I don't know. They're both really hard.
No, no. Worst ball scramble is a lot easier than worst ball, like best ball, like that's what I was thinking of. Worst ball, just best ball. That'd be hard to break. Like I feel like for us it'd be like 85,
Picking
90 would be in
our
range.
worst,
Like
our worst score on every hole.
85 BRB around what we get, and then
85 to 90 for sure.
And then I feel like if we played well, we could break 80 on a worst ball scramble.
I think it comes down to putting. In my opinion, it comes down to putting, because I feel like on every hole we're gonna have at least a, let's say 6, 5, 10.
We're gonna have a putt for par.
We're probably gonna at least have a 10-foot putt on every hole, and we're not all gonna make the 10-foot putt. So like if we could just all get it close on the 10-foot putt.
Making the green though would be like, would be huge. If we all like if you
had the green regulation.
Birdie, oh yeah, green regulation is huge. A birdie is even like bigger.
They didn't make a birdie in the
That's what,
video.
I don't think I watched the whole thing, but I remember them making a birdie though. But
they barely made a par. I don't even know if they did. It'd be way harder than you think. But
I want to try it out though. I think that'd be fun I think that'd be entertaining and fun to play for sure.
Yeah, maybe on the small course.
Yeah, I would do that on the small course. You're right.
So, what we got some more just PGA Tour golf world news in general. I saw the picture of Tiger watching Charlie Woods play, and I was super confused because only one of his legs was in a cast.
Yeah,
I thought it was both
only one
legs.
of his legs.
The picture of him with his dog too, and the crutches, like he's only. It looks like it basically like my friend broke his ankle and he has like a cast, like kind of like what Tiger had. That's literally like what it looked like. It looked like he's like broke his ankle, was wearing like a boot, like and like or broke his leg wearing a boot, has crutches, everything like that. Like it doesn't look like it looks like it's like like he could recover and play again.
Yeah,
I think the original reports were something saying like both of his legs were shot. I think it only ended up being one of his legs, so that's good news.
Well, I was more worried about like his back or something like that. Like in general, like I feel like that would have been worse. Like if it was his back, I feel like that would if something was wrong with his back, like I feel like it would have just been.
His back's probably not great. He was recovering from back surgery.
Exactly. And now he's just.
But posting on social media, good PR move. He looks okay.
Yeah.
Like, so
and obviously the video of him watching Charlie play is awesome because he's literally like he looks like he's like in like playing mode watching this tournament.
Mm-hmm.
And it's so fun. It's like looks.
I mean, we talked about this before.
He could win again.
We talked about this before, but like, imagine being one of the other kids and like Tiger's just like on a cart behind you.
Yeah, that's just.
Yeah, no thanks.
No thanks.
No thank you.
I wouldn't even want that. I wouldn't even want to play like tournament with that kid.
Well, I mean,
the
parents in those junior tour events are technically not supposed to be like within like I don't know. They're supposed to be like not near the kids at all, but that
Tiger Woods. Okay.
Tiger Woods. You're not gonna. You're a rules official intern. You're just like, Mr. Woods, I'm gonna have to ask you to take 10 steps back. Or sorry, 10 crutches back.
You'd never want to ask that, but he would like. Obviously, he's a nice person.
Oh yeah, he'd do it.
Obliged to it. Yeah, he'd do it. He'd be okay with it. But
I'm gonna say no one's gonna say anything to Tiger Woods in the golf world ever.
If anything, I'm saying like can I take a picture with you and then I'd be like, oh, by the way, you have to take 10 steps back if that's okay.
You wouldn't. You do not have
really quietly.
You do not have the cojones to do that.
No, I
neither do I.
Not. I don't think
he could drive the cart on the green. Like I don't care.
Yeah.
Oh, I would not. I would not care. He can do it. He can do anything. He can do anything he wants, as far as I'm concerned.
So some more news, just from the Corn Ferry Tour. So Tony Romo played this weekend. Do we know where it was? The event.
It's a great question.
I don't know where it was, but Tony Romo missed the cut. And friend of the program, Dan McCarthy from Syracuse, New York, came T5.
Really?
He didn't win it. He was winning on Saturday at one point.
It was in Arlington at Texas Rangers Golf Club.
Texas Rangers Golf Club.
Of course it was. That's so Corn Ferry Tour.
Interesting golf club name.
And then we also have the PGA Professional Championship. So when you're listening to this, it's the final round's on Wednesday, right?
I think so. Yep.
We have we have Pete Ballo from Silvermine. Is nobody? No, obviously
I've checked
Gene
in
from
on
Silver
it.
Springs not there.
No, Gene.
A couple guys from the section where I was working this fall.
Yeah, and sorry, go ahead.
Ryan McGinnis, Kyle Tucker, or not Kyle Tucker. That's a baseball player.
Is your
Something Tucker.
What was the pro at Hudson Hills?
Belize is Belize playing
Belize?
it? I don't know.
I doubt he was, because the tournament I worked a tournament 2 years ago and he was in it. Like he was like toward the top of the leaderboard, but I think it was like Lebritz. Lebritz is in it, obviously.
And that was
And
for the Met section, right?
Yes.
See, if Matt Belize came up to this section, he would be the best professional in the section. Or top 2.
Yeah.
Or
I
3.
think right now, second day, 7 under is the top score. Guy's still on the golf course, so.
Can you look up specific people?
Who do you want me to look up?
Belizze.
2 Z's.
Matt Belize.
Yeah.
13 over after 2.
It's tough.
Tie 259. So I think top 90 make the first cut, and then top 70 the next day, and then top 20 make it into the PGA Championship.
Where's the
Sorry,
Brits
Maddie.
at? Where's the Brits at?
Oh, Lebritz is like T5 right now.
Of course he is. That guy.
Always
Talk
plays well
about a
nice.
gamer. Like he can, nicest guy in the world too. But he always is like always in those tournaments.
And then there's the defending champ Alex Beach, Westchester Country Club.
He played in the
T13,
tournament. He played in the tournament that I worked at too.
I think he made the cut at one of the
PGA championships.
Yeah.
PGA.
So
Yeah,
he played in a
man.
couple.
Yeah.
So and then our guy Pete Bell from Silver Mine is T59 right now, so he should make the cut.
Okay.
That's good to hear.
And Pete Bell's he's the younger out of the 2 Ballo brothers.
Yeah. I think he went 6 over on the first day and 4 under on the next day. So
What do you think that guy shoots at Silvermine?
he kills Silvermine probably.
Like,
He shot a 67 today
Who shot 59? Was it him at Silvermine?
The course record's like
yeah.
58, I think.
Oh my god! Like those guys would tear Silvermine up.
What's the
Be
course
close.
record, dude? It might be even 57.
I don't even know.
I know someone shot 58 or 59.
I think it's 58. I think it's 58.
58 makes sense.
I think the course record is 58, and it's probably one of the pros. But yeah, they tear up that golf course because there's so many par 4s where it's just like you could literally play this like a par 3. It'd be a very impressive birdie on a par 3.
If they're on, like it's like they're not gonna make worse than bogey in any hole, pretty much.
I mean, he shot a 67.
Not worse than par. Sorry, not worse than par than any hole.
He shot a 67 today. I think they're playing at like PGA Golf Club in Port St. Lucie. So I mean, like that's not Silvermine.
No, no, it is not.
You could take 10 from that score. Like
it's also a par 70 at Silvermine, so
yeah,
that's also true.
Puts a little bit more credibility on the 58. So yeah, that's the PGA Professional Championship. How many guys make it? Just the top
20.
20? That's pretty good.
It's a lot of people.
It used to be 25, but they moved it down to 20 the last
that makes
years.
I think that makes sense.
I mean, yeah. And so Kiowa is going to be an interesting one. I'm excited for that.
So am I. I like that golf course.
Yeah. So then we alluded to this earlier, but so this news came out right after we recorded the podcast last week. So the PGA Tour is using Google search, Q ratings, and stuff like that. Basically, it's a popularity like pool for $40 million to golfers. Would you say that's a good description?
Yeah, pretty much award the top golfers. And I think the reason that they're doing this is we mentioned this like way back, but remember the Premier Golf League that was like trying to like start and like poach
I completely forgot about that until I saw this in the show.
Well, yeah. So the idea of the Premier Golf League was like you're getting paid to be in this league, kind of like a normal like sports thing like league. But like right now, like you could be Rory McIlroy, but you're not guaranteed any money from the PGA Tour. Like if you get cut every tournament, you're not making any money. So this whole rule kind of says like, okay, the Rory McIlroys of the world, the Brysons, the Tigers, the Jordan Spieths, like they're gonna get a good chunk of change just for being who they are. And then you have the guys like Harry Higgs, even Will Zalatoris last couple weeks. Like they're also going to get their chunk of change just for being who they are. So
basically, it's like and like Max Homa, like you got guys like if you're a golf like good golf personality, like you're gonna like you're
Phil.
basically like you're funnier on Phil. Like if you're someone like Phil, obviously if you're really good, you're gonna get a lot of money. But if you're like entertaining and funny, like Harry Higgs is the perfect example. Like on the PGA Tour, not like super great, but like people know him just because he's entertaining and he's like fun. He's fun to watch. He's a funny guy.
Yeah. Not taking anything away from Harry Higgs's game.
No. Of course not.
He's here and there.
He's not like he's not the level of Justin Thomas or DJ or Roy or something like that.
Yeah, I'm gonna be very curious to see like how they come up with like who makes what, because like obviously like someone like Tiger Woods, like he just got into a car accident. He probably got way more Google searches because he got into a car accident, not because of his golf credentials.
I feel like, but I also feel like a guy like DJ who's so good, but he's also kind of quiet. Like it kind of hurts him a little bit just in this department because he's like the best player in the world, but he's also very compared to Tiger, Bryson, Jordan. It's like those three, like and Rory. Like DJ is kind of like everyone knows about DJ obviously, but he's also very like
maybe DJ gets a little collateral from Paulina. Like if people
true.
Paulina, that's true.
Here's something
Dustin Johnson's wife. That's the Google search.
Here's something I could see. I could see Brooks making up some fake news about himself and like giving it to some like paparazzi, and then like 5 hours into the news cycle, he just posts like an Instagram story like, "Gotcha." You looked me up on Google.
Like this could get out of control, like low key.
I also feel like Brooks is the kind of guy who just does not care at all about this, like whatsoever.
Dude, it's good for golf though.
No, it definitely is good for golf. Like these guys are like they deserve to make the money, like especially like Tiger, Jordan, Rory. Like these guys like deserve to make more money like than what they're making on tour. But like Brooks, like the whole president like El Prez thing with Barstool, like I mean Brooks is just being Brooks at this point. Yeah. He's gonna do what he's doing. He'll be on Part of My Take every now and then he'll collect the money from that pretty much. Yeah,
Part of My Take will do wonders for him.
Yeah, definitely.
I wonder if there's like if people
they'll promote him too on the podcast.
If people search Blake Koepka, like does he get part of that? Or is that,
that's also person? True.
True. I forgot about that.
Does that mean Will Zalatoris falls under Happy Gilmore's caddy?
Yeah, I don't know. Like it could.
He might come up in the Google search. Honestly,
this should be interesting.
Yeah, and then so we don't have a who's hot, who's not, because last week was like a weird, like.
I mean, I will say last week, who's hot? Cameron Smith.
I mean, yeah, we said who's hot, but I'm saying like last week, like it's hard to point out individuals, you know.
Yes, I agree.
And then one last thing we actually didn't mention: Finau and Champ just choked so hard.
Yeah, they were rolling the first couple of days, but
first 3 days.
Like once you get into alternate shot again, like
they had the low round on Friday as alternate
shot. But I just feel like on a Sunday, like alternate shot, like Leishman and Cameron Smith's game play so well to that because they're both great ball strikers. Where like Tony Finau's a really good ball striker, but Cameron Champ's not the best ball striker. He just kind of hits it far. Yeah. So I guess that's kind of where it fell apart. And then obviously the putting on the greens.
Yeah, exactly. So that was unfortunate to see. So maybe a who's not, but like they're still hot. Like they're very good players.
Would we have, if Tony Finau would have won, would we have counted that against the Puerto Rico curse?
Like, no.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Yeah,
like it doesn't one. Like it wasn't all him. It wasn't all him doing making the shots. Like
that's why I threw a bet on them to win, because I was like, this would definitely be the tournament where he does it, and it's just such an asterisk.
It would be, and it would be the tournament that Cameron Champ goes off and Tony Finau does nothing too. Like Cameron Champ would take him to the victory. Like if
this or like the QBE shootout or something. Like
like it's some stable Ford weird scoring, and like it'd be interesting for sure.
Yeah. And then so on that note, we can move into People's Champ of the Week.
Yeah, so People's Champ of the Week. This is something that I kind of just like saw, and I figured kind of fits into the category. So the Southern California Junior PGA Tour is kind of announcing a partnership with Patrick Cantlay. He's from the area. He played on the Southern California Junior PGA. And they're introducing something called the Patrick Cantlay Series, which pretty much is just a tournament funded by Patrick Cantlay, kind of to give back to the community and give more juniors a chance to play golf. So pretty good story there.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, I like that. That's pretty cool. Another thing from the PGA Junior Tour in Southern California, Colin Morikawa and Matthew Wolf played together this week because they grew up playing on that together. I remember
that was a little tough to watch. Not gonna lie.
That's one of those things where it's like you're gonna when they're both really really good, it's gonna be a thing like you're gonna hear like it's gonna be the new like Matthew Stafford and Clayton Kershaw thing where you hear like they played in the same junior tour when they were growing up, or
they both played on the Patrick Cantlay tour.
Patrick Cantlay
exactly. And then stat of the week. Thanks to Peter Catalano, who might be the father of G. You want to say it, G?
Yeah, sure. He sent this to me either in an email or text this week, and I just kind of like, all right, I'll throw it in. So New York Times estimates that 300 million golf balls are lost every year by Americans alone, so just Americans. And it's also estimated that U.S. golfers spend over $650 million per year on those same golf balls. So, golf ball industry booming.
And I contribute.
We all contribute a lot.
Yeah.
We all contribute a lot to that industry, booming industry.
Mm-hmm.
So let's get into skins course preview. First, let's talk a little bit about Rhoback. You can see right now I got the. I think it's peach. Would you call this a peach color? Cheek's got the black hat on.
I'll say I didn't see that was a Rhoback hat. But I like that.
Very nice. It's a nice Georgia peach. It's a nice summer hat.
Mm-hmm. That's a perfect summer hat. Perfect summer hat, beach hat.
These are also great. Like they just have good activewear in general, whether it's golf or like working out. Like the hats are really good with like sweat and stuff.
I'll say I've worn the hats like I've worn my Rhoback hat every single day, pretty much, literally every single day, and the sweatshirts, like I've been wanting to get one.
You
of the
need to get one, dude. They're
forever.
Oh, nice.
And they've been like sold out. Like I've been wanting to get one for so long. Like that was like for my Christmas present. I wanted this sweatshirt and it was sold out. But
I mean, yeah. Speak of a business that's booming, like Rhoback Here. They're like always sold out because people just want their stuff so bad.
Yeah.
Yeah. I honestly, dude, I'm not even joking.
Awesome.
I forgot that we were just talking about this as an ad. Like,
yeah.
I'm not even like actually.
You have to get it. It's so awesome. So nice.
I think they brought back the ladies line. So if you want something for your mother for Mother's Day, you can hit the link in the description. Go down, 15% off.
Yes, sir.
Go for that.
Also, Jake, you were talking about the Palmetto shirt last week, and I was rewatching on YouTube to look for something, and I saw the Palmetto shirt. I need that. That thing's sick.
I need that. That's South Carolina shirt. I have to get that. I saw it the other day too. Like I will be, whenever I have a chance, I will be getting that shirt and wearing it as much as I possibly can.
And you know how you can do that?
Rhoback.com.
Link in the bio.
Link in the Instagram bio. Link in the I don't know.
Yeah, I throw it in the YouTube description too.
Yep.
For those watching on YouTube.
Oh yeah, YouTube. The link in the description for that. 50% off if you just go to the link and add stuff to your cart. It'll show up in the cart. So no need for a code. So yeah, let's get into skins.
Okay, so this week we have the Valspar Championship, the Copperhead course at Innisbrook Resort. This is a tough one. Par 71, 7340. There's a lot of elevation changes, and that's not really typical of Florida golf. There's also a lot of dog legs. I think number 10 is really the only hole that doesn't have like somewhat of a dog leg on it. So that's kind of an interesting stat there. The par 5 14th is a double dog leg. I think that's probably the signature hole here.
That's the one with the water. Is the water on the right?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
And then holes 16 through 18, kind of like the bear trap. They call holes 16 through 18 the snake pit. So I actually
Very
didn't know
cool.
that before this.
I did. So
That's a cool
I
name.
feel like just a little more intimidating than the bear trap too.
I
to be
watched
honest.
the no laying up video on this course. Like this morning. It's pretty sick. Like they did like I think it's like an 8-minute video called like Crash Course.
I'll watch that.
Yeah, I mean it's a very narrow course, so like ball striking can be pretty important this week, especially off the tee. The winning score at this event has only exceeded 10 under once in the last 7 times they've played here. So don't expect super low scores this week. There's a lot of trouble off the tee. Look to see some players sacrificing distance for accuracy. With that being said, there is still some success with hitting the ball far, as there is in every event, and guys are still going to do it. John Rahm's had some success here, kind of booming the ball. So don't let that stop you, but you will see some people sacrificing distance. And then the key stats that I kind of pulled out this week: strokes gained off the tee, strokes gained tee to green, and strokes gained approach are probably some of the better ones. Obviously, driving accuracy. I think putting's not as important this week, but you have to get to the greens. So tee to green's probably a really good stat to look at. And just looking at the past winners, some ball strikers in here. Paul Casey's won the last 2 times, 2019, 2018.
Pretty crazy.
Adam Hadwin, Charles Schwartzel, Jordan Spieth. So ball strikers, of course.
Yeah, for sure. So who wants to go first for DraftKings?
I'll go first this time.
Sure.
I think I never go first. I'll go with Abraham Answer. You'll hear more about him. I really love him this week. 9,300, so it's a little bit expensive, but great run of form. He hasn't finished worse than T26 since February, and only 2 missed cuts since last November.
Yeah.
That's
so
crazy.
and a lot of a lot of top fives. Like obviously had 2-stroke penalty the Masters too, but he's finished. He's went T18, T23, T26, T18 the past few weeks at ball strikers courses as well. And we know him as someone who can hit a lot of fairways, a lot of greens. 43rd in strokes gained off the tee, 45th in strokes gained approach, and he's like 45th and 43rd again in like strokes gained tee to green, and 4th and 45th in strokes gained total, I think. So I think he's one of the guys I feel like I just had a gut feeling before I even looked at the stats and everything like that. Like he's gonna play well. This is a course he can play well at, and I really think he's a good chance of carrying your lineup to the end.
Like that. We'll just go straight down the line here. So I'll go next. I'm gonna go with Ryan Palmer. He's 8,500. I actually really like this pick. He's 24 strokes gained off the tee, 18 strokes gained approach, and 29 strokes gained tee to green. And something I didn't know, he's made 14 straight cuts, and 8 of those have been top 20s. So he's on good form, and he has the stats to play well at this course. Wouldn't be surprised to see him up near the top of the leaderboard this week.
All right. So I'm going Bubba Watson for my first one, 8,900. When you think of like a course where you need to work the ball, like, left and right, I feel like you think of Bubba Watson. Just like that's the first player that came to mind for me before my research. And he has a top 5 finish here. I think it was, I forget what year it was. I think it might have been 2017. So I like the value on him. And then Charles Schwartzel, 7,100. There's some good value here. As Jeek said, he's won here before in 2016. He's 12th in the field in strokes gained at this course. He's really good around the green. He's 10th. And he's 80th in tee to green, which is, anytime you're in like that top 80-ish, top like 100 range, you're doing pretty well.
Yeah.
And 7,100.
7,100 as a guy who won this event before.
Yeah.
And he played well last week, even though it was a team play event. He still played well last week. So
exactly.
So my next pick, I'm gonna go from Lucas Glover. He's 7,700. He's 35th off the tee, 75th approach. His last 3 events that weren't team events. T33 at Harbor Town, solo 4th at the Texas Open, and T19 at the Honda. And the Honda is a pretty tough course as well as this one. So 7,700, pretty good value.
Yep. I'll go with Doug Gim, my last pick, 7,300. He's played pretty well the past few months as well as Abraham Answer. He was in contention at the Players that lasted until a final round 78. He's played well at the RBC Heritage and made the cut at the Valero Texas Open as well. He also has good stats too. He's 27th in strokes gained approach and 18th strokes gained tee to green. So for a guy with that low salary, I feel like it's pretty good value as well.
Yeah, I like that. So let's get into bets. I'll go first this time. We'll snake back around the other way. So
We're back to one skin minus 150.
right. So
Yep.
I still don't have skin. It's 8 to 0.
Kind of a bad beat on Pat's pick last week. I think
Yeah.
Cantley, Shoffley, top 5 Americans, like just groups of full Americans. They were the 6th. So
yeah, that's tough. So yeah, I don't know how that worked because was there any teams that were like guys from different countries?
I mean, I when I went and counted it, I just counted it.
That's true. I don't know.
I
what
just counted as guys who were full, like American, like groups of Americans. So like they were the 6th in that group of like just Americans.
Yeah, I mean either way that benefited me. So if I was to come 5th, but obviously I didn't. So yeah, I need to get a skin. So this week I got Patrick Reed as my winner at plus 1800. Really good. He's also another guy that's pretty good at working the ball. He can hit a sling and draw. He's really accurate off the tee. Sick around the greens, as we all have seen this year, especially like the Farmers Insurance when he won. And he's second in strokes gained putting and top of that all off. So I like him this week to honestly contend. And
I like him too. And he finished the year. Tiger finished second to Paul Casey. Patrick Reed was right there too, as well.
Exactly.
So he's played well here before.
And then my best bet is Louis Oosthuizen, top 40. It's minus 145 of that minus 150 cutoff. He was another guy that I saw had really good numbers here. Strokes gained just at this course. Let me see what it was. It was he's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6th in the field in strokes gained at this course. And he's obviously in good form. He's a good ball striker. I like him.
Yeah, top 40 is pretty good. Yeah. Go ahead, Trev.
So like I said, I love Abraham Answer this week, so I'll pick him plus 3,000 to win. Again, I said a gut feel before looking at his recent finishes and stats. I really feel like this is like he hasn't won. I don't think he's won on tour for either ever or like for multiple years. So I feel like he's due. And he's playing decent and he has decent stats. So I like his chances this week. And best bet is Abraham Answer, top 30 at minus 105. He just missed the cutoff for top 40. So I'll go top 30. Bank on him. Really big bank on Answer has a good week. So he's probably gonna miss the cut. So but we'll hope that he does well.
Yeah, kind of similar to you. I'm gonna pick my best bet and winner, same guy. Corey Connors plus 1,600. If you look at the stats at this course, the ones that you need to play well, and just looking at Corey Connors' stats, like this is the guy who's going to play well at this course. 9th in strokes gained off the tee, that with 10th in driving accuracy. He's 11th in strokes gained approach, and that comes out to 9th in strokes gained tee to green. In a tournament where ball striking is probably more important than the putting, I feel like Corey Connors is probably the most consistent ball striker in the world.
I love that pick too.
And that should translate to pretty good success at a course like this. So with that being said, my best bet, Corey Connors, top 20, minus 115. Lock it in.
All right. And then so last week, our first round leader really was one stroke off the first round lead. I ended up betting it too, which would have been nice. But I think I did just fine for myself this week. And so this week, I don't know about. Do you guys have any feelings or anything?
My gut feel.
I had one. I had a little gut feel.
I like your gut feel. My gut feel.
I like that gut feel too.
My gut feel. Scotty Scheffler, similar player.
I like that.
What do you have here? Victor Hovland.
I have Victor Hovland 33 to 1. I was just looking at it and I was like, I like this. I can see it.
Let's throw them both down. Because
if I had to pick one, I'd pick Joaquin Niemann. Just go off your guys, but
okay. Niemann, Hovland, Scheffler.
I like Hovland too.
Niemann, Hovland, Scheffler. If one of them gets first round leader, we're taking credit for it. You could Venmo us your winnings.
10% cut. 10% cut of your winnings. Hopefully your units are big.
Yeah.
So cap off the week. Let's get inside the clubhouse. Which one? What are we going with this week? Anything?
Random Nation, Australia.
I feel like you kind of got to do it with
because
the Australians
I
winning this
saw
week.
that and it makes sense.
Honestly, didn't even put that down because of that. I had that there for weeks, but
Yeah, let's do it.
All right.
So when do you want to start?
A timer. Give me a second. You got a couple extra seconds to think about this. Okay, ready? 3, 2, 1, go.
Mark Leishman, Cam Smith.
Jason Day, Adam Scott.
Cameron Davis.
Cameron Davis is good.
Oh, that's a good one. I never even thought about that one. Honestly, that's really all I can think of.
Is Lee Boda?
Lee Boda?
Like Leiboda? Maybe not.
Did we say Adam Scott yet?
Yeah, we said Adam Scott.
I said Adam Scott.
25 seconds. Who else? Is that it?
No.
What's his name? The guy who always leads. Matt Jones.
Matt
Jones.
Jones. Yeah. Yes, he is
Right.
Australian.
That was a good one.
I feel like there's a lot of guys who we don't realize are Australian, but like that they are. Like we either think they're British or American. They're somehow Australian. It makes no sense.
Yeah,
But
we got 10 seconds here.
I
don't
give
know.
up.
I give
Honestly, I feel like it's top heavy at this. I didn't realize how top heavy it was until I started thinking about it.
I don't know why Cameron Smith just came to my head. Or not, Cameron Davis just came to my head. Probably because of
Cameron
Cameron
Davis,
Smith.
Yeah,
I-
probably
Cameron's.
because of Cameron Smith.
Okay, so that was our minute. Let's hit a Google search.
Hank Lebioda or whatever I was saying is American. So
Okay, Australian.
Oh, Greg
golfers.
Norman, I guess, is there.
I mean, Lucas
With
Herbert.
OV.
Lucas Herbert's Australian.
yeah, that's
Stuart Appleby. Oh my God.
TBT.
He gave me a ball at the Travelers when I was like
Oh.
super young, and I played with it and I lost it, and it was the worst mistake of my life.
So good.
It has a
Anyone
little
else?
apple on it. It was so cool.
Aaron Badley.
Yep, I saw that one too. Lucas Herbert.
Ian Baker Finch is on the broadcast.
I don't know who that is.
Cameron Davis is Australian. You're right.
So I thought it is a little confusing. Like New Zealand and Australia, they kind of have the same.
It is.
flag. Like I
Like
almost had a couple
Danny
guys from New
Lee.
Zealand.
Jared Lyle, RIP.
Yellow hat. I think we got all the big ones though.
Yeah.
So
Okay,
that
good for
wasn't
us.
bad. That wasn't bad at all.
Yeah.
Honestly, thought there was more. I thought there was like a lot, but I guess not.
So yeah. Anything else? Where are we next week? Valspar is actually gonna be good because I don't know if we mentioned this.
Feels
but
good.
The scores, the winning scores only been over like
Yeah.
10
The
under.
golf course. The golf course.
How many times? Like
Golf
like,
course competes for sure.
Well, it hasn't in the last 7 years. So
Yeah, did you mention that already?
yeah.
okay.
Also, the field's just kind of stacked this week. I wasn't expecting to go to the Valspar and see JT, DJ, Patrick Reed, Victor
Yeah.
Hovland, Paul Casey. Like
Getting ready
a
for
good
the
field.
PGA.
Yeah,
but
Kiwa, right down the road from me.
What do we have next
right
week?
now.
let's see. Next week we are at. I feel like
The
we
Wells
went over
Fargo Club.
Oh, that's a good one too.
Major
That's a good
championship
field.
site.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
And
a really
then-
good one. That's near me as well. Okay.
Wells Fargo, AT&T, Byron Nelson, and then we have the PGA
Yep.
Championship. So
Wells Fargo field's gonna be good as well.
Well, it kind of sucks for
meeting
me.
up this week.
I graduate the day of the Sunday at the PGA Championship, so I feel like that tournament's not
Oh,
going
you
to be a good
do,
viewing
don't you
experience.
do.
I'm not going to watch a ton of that.
That's
probably.
my last. That's my last day before work too. I'll be coming home watching the PGA. Last day before
Yeah.
work. Should be nice.
We're all for all the listeners. If you've been here since the beginning, you start with us as what, like first semester juniors in college, and now we're
Yeah.
becoming
We're
real
graduating.
people.
I'm graduating in literally less than 2 weeks.
Yeah,
Crazy
this
to think
is my last week of class. I'm done after like Wednesday.
Crazy.
I have finals this week. It's
Here's
unbelievable.
what we can look on the bright side. We got many more golf trips ahead of us because
because we'll actually have our own money.
Exactly.
It's
So that'll be nice.
to waste on going to shoot 85 at Q Island and everything like that.
I mean, that
Yeah,
being
I'd be
said,
happy.
if anyone listening like happens to be ahead of a golf course somewhere,
Yeah,
Feel-
if you want
feel
to,
free to
we'll
hit
make
us in
some
the DMs
content
and
from
bug us
we'll do
out,
we'll
you
do
know?
literally anything. We'll do anything you want us to do if you have us out there, and we'll play your golf course.
I mean,
Yeah, we haven't been on
speaking of golf trips, the Golficity guys, I had to mention they're at Pinehurst this week.
yeah, that's awesome.
That's pretty.
So
sick.
yeah, go.
That's
I
really
mean,
cool.
You can go follow them like on like the main Golficity account, and they're posting like stories that are pretty entertaining. And then the content will be on their YouTube probably pretty soon, I would imagine. So
Yeah.
that'll be big for them. So if you want to go check that out, do that. Golficity on Instagram, everything. Anything else?
So I got.
See you next week at the Wells Fargo, we said.
Mhm.
All right. Have a good week.